Hey guys, Toilets Rock here, and today I'll be doing performance tests on my 1968 American Standard Cadet toilet. So yeah, I now know what the date is on this toilet. It is 1968. I do have the lid for this toilet. It's not necessary to have it when I flush it because I'm just gonna need to put the lid back and then remove the lid, and there is a bee close by and I do not want to get stung, but the tank does lean forward a little bit, so that is a little bit of a problem, but it does not affect the flush. But yeah, let's give this toilet a proper flush, and I will be right back once the bee gets out of the way. All right, this is a proper flush before we start doing performance tests. So it is at the water line, and you might notice that the flush will be shorter because yesterday when I did this toilet flushing, I was holding down the handle. So yeah, I'm going to make sure this test will be accurate today. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, there's not really much of a difference. The flush was a little bit longer yesterday than today because I obviously did not hold the handle down, but I'm gonna fill up the bowl with water. Actually, I'll be right back once I be back with a washcloth test and I have the tank filled with water. I am now back. I have the washcloth laid up flat and I have the tank filled up in the water line. So let's see how it does. Any toilet can take a washcloth. Even some of the worst toilets can, but let's wash this toilet pass on a washcloth. It did perfectly, not very surprised. So now I'll be back with a grocery bag test. I am now back with a grocery bag. I am expecting it to pass, but you never know. If the bag airs up, it will not pass, but let's see how it does. It did struggle, but it did pass. So now I'm going to do a washcloth and a grocery bag test. All right, so let's see how it does on a washcloth and grocery bag. I'm expecting it to clog just because it struggled on the bag, but let's see. It did air up. Hopefully this next test it will pass, but there is a washcloth stuck in there. All right, I got it out. And the trapway on this toilet is not glazed, so that could be a reason why it struggled on the bag and washcloth and also the bag itself. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get all the air out of the bag and see if I can do this test again. So seems like it's good enough. Come on. Trying as much as I can to use one hand to put the washcloth on top of the grocery bag. Seems good enough, so I'll be right back once the tank is full. I am now back. The tank is full. Let's see how it does on a washcloth and grocery bag test. Second attempt. It struggled, but it did pass. So I'm really happy how it did on this test. So now I'll be right back with another test. I am now back. So you might notice that I am not using the dish towel. The dish towel is now ripped apart and it's gotten a lot thinner. So this is the new test I'm doing. And this test is not going to be really accurate because first of all, you're not supposed to be flushing this. It's not the most accurate test. It's more of a dirt test that's accurate. And this rag is actually a lot thicker than the dish towel itself. So with the rag and washcloth, that makes it 2 times thicker than the dish towel. So I'm not expecting it to pass on this test. So let's just see how it does, and let's see if it can pass. It did clog, so I can't really say I'm surprised. And it did clog on the rag itself, but I can't really say I'm surprised because there could be mineral deposits in the trapway, and the trapway is not fully glazed. So I'm just gonna see if I can unclog it. And I will try this test again. Okay, so here's the second attempt of the rag and washcloth. They bunched up together, so see what I mean? That just makes it a lot harder for the toilet to take it. So hopefully it will unclog itself, and it does not seem like it wants to unclog itself. So, oh, it's actually stuck in the mouth of the trapway, so I'm gonna pull it out. Nope. So now I am going to be back with a dirt test. I am now back with a dirt test. So this dirt is a little bit different, but it should do the trick. So let's see how it does with bull rinse. It did pretty well. It did not do a perfect job clearing out of the bowl, but let's see how it did with the rim. So this over here is not in the rim itself, that's over the rim, so that doesn't count. It did leave some marks over here from the dirt, and it seems like the dirt wants to make a mark once it's finished flushing, once the toilet is done flushing. So I don't know how to count that. But overall, clearing the dirt outside of these stains, it did almost pretty much perfect. So I would give the bull rinse a 9 out of 10. So with another flush, it should get everything out of the bowl. All right, here's another flush. Hopefully it'll clear out everything out of the bowl. It seems like it did pretty much clear everything out of the bowl. I still see very tiny specks, but I wouldn't really count it. So I would say it took 2 flushes to clear everything out of the bowl, but overall, it's a pretty good toilet. So now I'm going to end the video and I will give my rating for this toilet. Overall, this toilet is really good. So I would rate this toilet an 8 out of 10. I would not give this toilet a 10 out of 10 just because it did clog on the grocery bag and washcloth. It needed to pass all the tests perfectly, but you can't expect a toilet to pass every test, so because every toilet is different. But my conclusion is this toilet has a great flush. It's pretty good with performance. The trapway could improve with the glaze. They did not glaze their trapways at that time, but overall this toilet has a really nice design. If you put the seat like this, I mean, it looks pretty good, except that the tank leans back. But yeah, this is what it looks like with the seat. It looks really nice, and I am going to put the lid so I can show you guys what it looks like with the lid. So let me see if I can do it without making the lid fall and break the toilet. So let me see if I can get this hose off. I'll be right back once I never mind. So this is what it looks like with the lid. It looks really nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.